Hello, welcome and namaste everybody. Welcome you all in our weekly follow-up meeting of SIP Module 1, UHV 1. We have our resource person and co-explorer, Deepa Didi with us. Deepa Didi, namaste. We may start now.
Namaste, Bhaiya. Namaste, everyone. Welcome to our weekly follow-up session. Let me share the slide from my side, Bhaiya.
Didi.
We'll start with the recap of the sessions, what we discussed till the previous session. Actually, today we have to discuss nature, the contents on nature. So the last day, recap, which one during the student induction program, we start with welcoming the students and how this UHV course can help the students in addressing their concerns and exploring their aspirations. So this is the discussion on day one. So basic aspiration of every human being is continuous happiness and prosperity. It is same for all of us. We do many things, present effort, expect to become something. Students, they are studying, they want to become an engineer, they want to become an IS officer. So there are many expectations. So expect to get something. They want to make their parents proud. They want to earn money. So there are many expectations. So we can see that basic aspiration of every human being, whatever they do, it is continuous happiness and prosperity. So from this discussion, we can see that these are the steps for achieving the basic aspiration. So the right way is to clear about the basic aspiration and then work towards that. Basic aspiration is same for everyone. The right way is to proceed to be clear of the basic aspiration first and then to decide the program. There are at the level of implementation, can be several ways in terms of becoming something, doing or getting something. But if we are clear about our basic aspiration, it will be very easy. So this is the thing we discussed in the first session. So in second session, session 3, how can we fulfill the basic aspiration? So 3 things are required: right understanding as the first priority, relationship as the second priority, and physical facility as the third priority. If we are able to see the priority order, we can work for fulfilling our basic aspiration. With right understanding in the self, we will be able to share right feelings with others. We can ensure the right feelings within us. And when we are able to share these right feelings with others, when in our interactions with other human beings, it can lead to mutual happiness. Living in harmony with human being, it leads to mutual happiness. Right understanding in the self, when we are working with rest of the nature, we will be able to select the things required for our living. So this way, it will lead to mutual prosperity without disturbing the outside environment, without disturbing the nature. We will be able to take the things only required for our living, and we can help in enriching the nature. It will lead to mutual prosperity. So the program for achieving this desirable state is understanding harmony in all 4 levels: individual level, in our level, as in our human being level of human being. We all are coming from families. So the next higher level is family. Then the next higher level is society. And then the nature and existence. So understanding harmony, that is value education. That is what we discussed through this UHV course. Then the next step is living in harmony at all four levels. For that, we need the skills required to live in individual level, family, society, nature, and existence. So understanding harmony and living in harmony in all four levels. So what is happiness? We discussed that basic aspiration of every human being is continuous happiness and prosperity. What is the meaning of happiness? What do you think about that? Do you have anything to say about happiness? Usually, we may say that when we are with friends, we are happy. When we do something, we are with happy. When we eat our delicious food, we are happy. Is it the real happiness? Do we able to continue with that state? When I'm eating a delicious food, I won't be able to continuously eat the same food. I may need to stop it sometimes. So happiness is to be in a state of harmony. I don't want to come out of that state. I want to continue in that state. It is different from excitement. Excitement is, it's only for a moment, it's only for a short period. I won't be able to continue. So that's the difference between happiness and excitement. Unhappiness is usually I don't want to be unhappy. I am forced to be in that state. It's a state of contradiction. We want to come out of that. Happiness is a state where we want to continue, and happiness is a state, it's a state of contradiction. We want to come out of that state. Prosperity. Prosperity is a feeling of having more than required physical facility. We need physical facility for our living. If we have only enough physical facility, if you are able to see that the physical facility is more, then we will be able to share this physical facility with others. So prosperity is a feeling that I have more than enough. I need to survive. I have to fulfill the needs of my body. So it's a feeling of having more than required physical facility. A prosperous person thinks of right utilization and nurturing the other. If I'm not having this feeling, what will happen? I may feel deprived. So I will be accumulating more and more. A rich person, wealthy person, he may be having more wealth, he may be very rich, but if he's not having this feeling of prosperity, what he may be doing? He may be exploiting others. He won't be able to share the things with others. So prosperity is different from wealth. It's having a feeling of having more than required physical facility. Then we discussed about aspirations and concerns in the first level, in the individual level. Usually when we discuss this content with the students, there are many concerns. For us also, we have many concerns. We are in stress. We want to come out of stress, managing pressure of academics, time management, time loss due to illness, different problems like peer pressure, anger, depression. Usually what we do, we'll be seeking solutions separately in a piecemeal level. We make effort for personality development, stress management workshops, memory enhancement courses, anger management programs, and many things. It may be helping us for a short period. But if we want to solve these problems in the individual levels, we have to understand it completely. So the proposal here is the basic issue is lack of this understanding. The basic issue is lack of right understanding. So we have to understand the human being to address the problems in the individual level. So the proposal related to human being is human being, each of us, human being is a coexistence of self and body. I am a human being. You all are human beings. We can see our body. We can see our friends. But are they only this body? Am I only this body? What do you think about that? Other than the body, self is also there. When I say I'm happy, who is happy? Your body or self? So the need of the body and need of the self, are they same or different? When I say I'm hungry, who need food? Your body or self? Body need food. I need clothes. We need clothes for protecting our body. I need respect. Who need respect? Self or body? So are we able to see that the need of the self and need of the body are different? You can respond through the chat box. Need of the self and need of the body, are they same or different? What about the quantity? I can say that I need this much quantity of food. Food is required for the body. I can measure it. But what about respect? I need respect. Self need respect. Am I able to measure respect? No. It is a feeling, qualitative. How can I fulfill this feeling? If I have right understanding and right feeling, I can fulfill the need of the self. But what about the need of the body? I need physical facilities. When I am hungry, I need to take food. I need to take physiochemical things. I need shelter. I need shelter. I need buildings, cars for my transportation. I need mobile for communication. I need this laptop for conducting the classes. So these are material things, physiochemical things. Body is material, self is consciousness. What about the activities? Body, we know the activities. I'm talking to you, you are listening to me. We all are sitting in some place, maybe walking, someone may be lying, eating, drinking. All these are the activities of the body. But what about the activity of the self? Activity of the self is imagination. Every moment there is something going on within us. When I am talking, then also there is an imagination going on within me. Desire, thought, and expectation. This is the activity of the self. But the activity of the body is eating, walking, drinking. All these are the activities. So there also are we able to see that the activity of the self and body are different. If we see in terms of time, activity of the body is temporary, activity of the self is continuous. So in terms of need, fulfillment, activity, we can see that it is different. Are we able to see this? self and body are different. Need of self and body are different. So in the next session, we discussed about resolution of concerns. So there are many concerns, peer pressure. Usually when we see the students, newcomers, they want to be accepted by others, especially the teenage students. Everyone, even we adults, we also want to be accepted by others. This is a part of peer pressure. So what they usually do, for getting this acceptance, they may be doing something so that they will be ahead of others in terms of appearance, clothes, language, expression, maybe using expensive gadgets. So many things they may do to get attraction from others. Seeking aliveness, especially in campuses, we can see that students are uh, their dressing, their hairstyle, their way of communication, everything we can see they are seeking aliveness. They want to be like their peer group. So this can be a reason for peer pressure. So everyone needs this thing. I want to be ahead of others. I need this. They want to be in a particular group. So these are the major sources of peer pressure. So how can we overcome peer pressure? This also we discuss overcoming this issue of peer pressure. One moment. Sorry. Overcoming the issue of peer pressure. And also we discuss now we are actually discussing the concerns in the individual level related to the health of the body. If I'm able to see the self and body separately, need of the self and body separately, I can address these issues related to my ill health, my illness. So body need physical facilities. Need of the self is happiness. If I, the self, want to do something, if I want to go somewhere, my body should be able to do that. So for that, body need to be healthy. Who need to take the responsibility for keeping our body healthy? I need to take the responsibility. So this feeling of self-regulation, this feeling of responsibility for maintaining towards the body, for nurturing, protecting, and rightly utilizing the body is self-regulation. When I am able to fulfill this feeling of self-regulation, body will be healthy. Body acts according to self. If I want to run, if I want to jump, body will be able to do that. Otherwise, when I am ill, body won't be able to do that. So body need to be healthy. So it's the responsibility of the self to keep my body, to keep our body healthy. Parts of the body are in harmony. So what can be the program for this health? For staying healthy, we need to think about our intake and daily routine, labor and exercise. What are the intakes? Intakes include air, water, sunlight, food. So intakes through all the sense organs, even the sound, even the vision, what I'm seeing outside. The food. Food is nutritious, digestible, tasty. and waste easily is creatable. We may see that mostly the students, the children, children, they are eating food, watching TV. If there is a violent scene in the TV, they will be focusing in that. Will it affect their health? They're not at all concerned about they're not at all thinking about what they are eating. They're just focusing on the TV. So whatever come to them through the eyes, through the sound, definitely it will affect the health. If there is a violent scene, if there is a depressing scene, it will definitely affect our health. So we need to take care of this intake and daily routine, our lifestyle. What time, rising time, sleeping time, eating time. We discussed about the circadian rhythm, our lifestyle, our daily routine related to the rhythm of the outside environment. And also labor and exercise. So the first priority is intake and daily routine. Second priority is labor and exercise. Body needs movements, sufficient movements. We need to do some exercise so that the body will get enough movements. But labor is more preferable than the exercise. Along with getting the body movements, we'll get some physical facility. For example, if you are able to clean our room, we'll get enough body movements, sweeping our room, washing our clothes. We are doing some work, enough body movements. If I am able to cycle to my university, to my institution, I'll get enough body movements. If I'm engaged in some gardening work, I'll get some physical facility. I'll get a nice garden. I'll get some vegetables from the kitchen garden. So I'm getting physical facility. And along with that, I'll get enough body movements. And also postures for regulating internal and external body organs and regulated breathing, pranayama. Respiratory system is a major system in our body. It need to get enough exercise. It can be done through regulated breathing. So in some situations, if the body is not able to obey our instructions, there can be some illness. So for bringing the body back to harmony from temporary disharmony, we may need to depend on medicines. So we can think about some domestic medicines, some home remedies, rather than directly going to doctor, some traditional remedies. But in certain situations, we may need to depend on some continuous medication like a dialysis. In some very unfortunate situations, sometimes accidents or something like happens, we may need to depend on ventilators, some long-term treatments. So who need to take this responsibility? Self need to take the responsibility for taking the proper treatment, taking the proper medication, doing exercise, adjusting our lifestyle, and also the intake. So the priorities, first priority is intake and daily routine. Second priority is labor and exercise. Then postures for regulating internal and external body organs. Then medicine, treatment. So this is about the concern on health. Then we discussed about the concerns related to anger, mistrust, fear, usually in our interactions with other human beings. Now we were discussing the concern in the individual level, and now we are coming to the concern in the level of family. in our interactions with other human beings. There can be some issue of mistrust, fear, anger. How can we resolve these concerns? There we discussed about trust, doubting the intention of the other person. What is naturally acceptable to me? I want to make myself always happy. I want to make the other always happy. The other person is also having the same natural acceptance. What it means? Intention of both of us are same. What is naturally acceptable to me? If I want to make the other always happy, my natural acceptance is that. Then the natural acceptance of other person is also same. The other want to make me always happy. But he's not able to make me always happy. That is his ability. But whenever we consider the other person, we doubt his intention and we may consider, misinterpret his ability as his intention. This doubt on intention is the major reason for problems in relationship. This is the reason for anger, doubting the intention of the other person. But instead, if we have the trust on intention, we feel related to the other, there is no feeling of anger. Other is also a human being like me. Other has also the same natural acceptance as me. I don't need to doubt his intention. But why he's making me unhappy? Because he's not able. His ability is not there. He's less able. He's not having that ability, that much ability to make me happy. If I am able to see this, I won't doubt his intention. This doubt on intention is the reason for anger. Then we discussed this video right here, right now. So there we were able to see the difference between response and reaction. When I am able to see the intention of the other person, I won't be angry. I will only be responding to the situation. But if I'm not able to see his intention, I will be angry and I may be reacting to the other person. So who will be deciding the feeling in that case? When I am angry, the other person is deciding my behavior. But instead, if I'm only responding to a situation, I myself is deciding my feeling. I decide my feeling. I am self-organized. My conduct is definite. But instead, if someone else is deciding your feeling, you will become the remote control with the others. You are enslaved. Are we able to see this? We just think about some situations when we are getting angry. Maybe when you are interacting with your friend, he is doing something, we don't like that his behavior, we are getting angry. Who is responsible for this anger? You or your friend? You only responsible for this behavior. We should be able to decide our feeling. Then we will be able to respond, not react. Any questions? Any of you want to say something? Can provide you the mic if you have any incidents or any comments to share. Difference between response and reaction. Then we discussed about respect. So for these issues related for lack of confidence, ego, depression, peer pressure. Earlier also we discussed about peer pressure. Seeking aliveness, being ahead of others. These are some issues. So how can I overcome these issues of lack of self-confidence, ego? So there we discussed the proposal on respect. Respect is right evaluation on the basis of self. When I am able to evaluate someone on the basis of self, I can see that purpose, program, potential are same. What is the purpose? I want to be happy and prosperous all the time. It's the same for the other person. He also want to be happy and prosperous. So our purpose is same. Program. What is the program? Understanding harmony and living in harmony in all four levels. It's the same. Potential is also the same. What is the potential of the self? Self has the potential of natural acceptance. It's the same. Natural acceptance is same for everyone. Difference is in the competence. Purpose, program, potential are same. So I can see that the other is similar to me. Competence on the basis of right evaluation. With this understanding, when I am able to evaluate the other person, I can see that the other is our mutual, on the evaluation, I can see that we are complementary to each other. If I can see that I'm more competent, I am committed to help the other person. If the other has more understanding, he is more responsible than me, I am committed to understand from the other. Are we able to see this? So this is the complete content of respect. Other is similar to me and we are complementary to each other. Then we discussed about peer pressure. If I can see that the other is similar to me, when I have the feeling of respect on the basis of understanding of human being, I will have the feeling of respect for everyone, including myself. Therefore, I don't have to depend on getting a feeling from the other. Usually, why I'm trying to be ahead of others? Because I'm expecting the feeling from the other. But if I have the right understanding, if I can do the right evaluation, I will have a respect for me and the other person. So I don't need to depend on getting the feeling from the other. Hence, I will not be under pressure to conform to the other. This way we can overcome the peer pressure. Then we discussed about other feelings. So there are the issues related with ragging, competition, ungratefulness, infatuation, all these issues were discussed. So affection is a feeling of being related to the other. When there is a lack of affection between individuals, what will happen? I feel jealous, opposed to the other. These are indications of absence of affection. This is what usually happens when the newcomers come to a college. There can be an issue of ragging. Seniors, when they feel related to the juniors, there won't be any ragging. They will have a feeling of affection. Then reverence, the feeling of acceptance for excellence. So here the meaning of excellence is different. Excellence is understanding harmony and living in harmony, continuous happiness in all four levels. If I am able to see that some people, they are able to live in continuous happiness, I will have a feeling of reference for that person. Reverence. So this feeling is reverence. So there we discuss this competition and excellence. Usually why competition happens between students, between individuals. When we are not able to see the complementarity between each other, we feel opposed to the other. It will lead to competition. If I am able to do the right evaluation of oneself, it won't lead to competition. It will only lead to collaboration. We discussed about gratitude. It's a significant feeling in the development of relationship. Feeling for those who have made effort in terms of providing help in the process of my development. Has helped me in developing right understanding and right feeling in me, my parents, my teachers. Someone has provided me with necessary physical facilities. My parents are providing necessary physical facilities. So this is the only feeling where we need physical facility for fulfilling the feeling. So feeling for those who help me in developing right understanding and right feeling, and who has provided me with necessary physical facility. Gratitude is a significant feeling in the development of relationship. Then we discussed about the issues related with love. Usually there are many problems in the campuses. They are not able to get the meaning of love. They will misinterpret it as connecting with infatuation, connected with not with the self, with the body. Love is a feeling of being related to all, complete value. So these are the preconditionings related to love. Sensation, less getting from the other. So the continuity is not possible. Preconditioning, infatuation. So students may be having, I need at least one girlfriend, more than my friend is having a girlfriend or boyfriend. So I also need boyfriend or girlfriend. Students may be having this kind of preconditioning. Continuity is not possible. So, what is right understanding? It's a feeling of being related to all, responsible towards all, giving to all continuity. Once trust, respect, affection, reverence, gratitude are ensured within, then the feeling of being related to all follows naturally. Then we discussed about society. So, what is desirable? To have a common human goal or for just managing it in the current system? What is the common human goal? Right understanding and right feeling in every individual, prosperity in every family, fearlessness in society, coexistence in nature and existence. Do we need this or we just need to manage the current system? We have this assumptions. Money is everything. So what will happen if I'm having this assumption, money is everything? Obsession for consumption, for profit, for sensual pleasure, accumulation by any means. So without having a feeling of prosperity, accumulating, deprivation, domination and exploitation in the society, mastery over the nature. So resource depletion, pollution. So common human goal is right understanding in every individual, prosperity in family, fearlessness in society, coexistence in nature. This is what we discussed in the previous session. And now we'll start with the society. So let me take the slides. One moment. We'll discuss about nature. Yeah, this is what we discuss about the natural environment. So far we explored as individual human beings, we want to live with continuous happiness and prosperity. Collectively, we want to live in a humane society, having common human goal. We all want to be happy continuously. So collectively, we want to live in a humane society. Now we can just see this question. Is there a provision in nature for living in harmony? So what do you think about this? We want to live with continuous happiness. But what about the nature? Is there a provision in nature for living in harmony? So you can think about this question. Is nature by way of harmony, or is nature by way of struggle or survival of the fittest? A or B? What do you think about this? Nature, if you are thinking that, you can ask A or B. A is nature is by way of harmony. B is nature by way of struggle, survival of the fittest. What is your opinion about this? A or B? If we think that nature is by way of struggle, there is no provision, then how we will be able to achieve our basic aspiration? So if we want to achieve our basic aspiration, if all of us want to have this continuity of fulfilling our happiness and prosperity, there should be provision in the nature. Nature, we don't need to create this harmony in the nature. Nature is already, this harmony is there. We don't need to disturb it. Harmony is already there in the nature. Let us try to understand the nature. So what is nature? Whatever we see outside, many things. Air, water, trees, soil, buildings, animals, birds, human beings, earth, moon, sun, metals, rocks, mountains, sea, ocean, river, many things. Whatever we see outside, that is nature. Collection of units. How can we understand nature? We have to study each of them separately, but it will take a long time because there are many things, many type of studies I need to conduct. If I want to understand each of them separately, it would be very difficult. So what can be done? We can group it under different orders. How can we group it? Maybe we have studied different type of classifications. Here we are going to classify it under 4 orders. Physical order, air, water, soil, metal. Bio order, plants, trees, herbs. Animal order, animals and birds. Human order, we human beings. So what can be the basis of classification? We'll see that. Physical order, air, water, soil, metal. What is the common characteristic? We can see that there is a formation and deformation. Water is forming hydrogen, oxygen. They combined together will get H2O, water. Soil, rocks are there, disintegrate, will get the soil, air, whatever is there, metal. We can form different kind of metals through chemical reactions. So different processes, we'll be able to make it. Buildings, we can make the buildings. We can demolish the buildings. The material can be again used for constructing the buildings. So physical order is comprised of all these units which are, so there is a process of formation and deformation. No other activity is there. Only formation and deformation. But when we see this bioorder, plants, trees, herbs, there is growth in the plants. Like if you have a rose plant, if you have a flowering plant, you're watering the plant, you can see that the growth is there. Flowers are blooming. You can see the flowers. You can see the fruits coming out of the trees. But whether we'll be able to see any such changes in the physical order? No growth in the physical order. But bioorder, we can see this growth. Now see, animal order, the growth is there. So what is the difference? Respiration is there. Respiration is there in the plants, trees. Animal order also. Respiration is there. Growth is there. Then what's the difference between bioorder and animal order? If I have a rose plant there at my home, and if I have a small puppy in my home, I can give a name to the puppy. I am feeding the puppy, same way I am watering the rose plant. The puppy will be able to understand the name, recognize the name. If I am giving a name, Tommy, calling the puppy Tommy every day, it will come to me. But the plant, if I am giving a name and calling the name, it won't respond. So animals, self is there. The activity of assuming is there. Animal is able to assume that when I am calling the name Tommy, it's my master is calling me. So he can assume it. Self is there. So that's the difference. Growth is there. Respiration is there in both bioorder and animal order. And in animal order, self is also there. It has the power of assuming. What about the human order? Growth is there, respiration is there, self is there. But we are able to see the difference between human beings and animals. Self is more developed. That's why we are in a different group. Human beings are in a different group. This way, the classification of all the units in the nature, we can group it under these orders. Physical order, bio order, animal order, and human order. When we see the interactions between each of the orders, we'll take one by one. Between physical order and bio order, there is a mutual fulfillment. Cyclic, interconnected, interdependent. Like the plants, they are depending on the physical order for its life. They are taking water, soil, nutrients from the soil for its growth, air, carbon dioxide for its survival, for the photosynthesis process. So the bio order, they are depending on the physical order. And also, when the growth of the plant is over, when the life of the plant's trees are over, they are going back to the soil. Soil is getting enriched. So this way we can see that there is a mutual fulfillment between the physical order and bio order. Cyclic, interconnected, interdependent. Every unit is enriched. Now, if we take this, and there is an abundance of physical order for the bio order to thrive. Are we able to see this mutual fulfillment? When we take this animal order, there also we can see this mutual fulfillment between animal order and bio order, animal order and bio order, and also animal order and physical order. Are we able to see this mutual fulfillment? Animals, they are depending on the plants, trees for its life. Plants and trees for its pollination. They're depending on the insects, birds. And animals, they need air, water. They are depending on the physical order. When the life of the animal is over, it's going back to the soil. Soil is getting enriched. If we take a forest area, we can see that all these three orders, they are in the forest area. Plants are growing, lot of trees are there, herbs are there, lush green forest, and the soil is enriched, water table is high, plenty of animals, all type of animals. They are mutually fulfilled. Cyclic interconnectedness between disorders. Are we able to see this? Are we able to see this? Now, what about the human order? And if we see the abundance of physical order and bio order, we can also see that for animal order to thrive, there is the abundance of physical order and bio order. If we take the human order, we human beings, what we do? Are we able to fulfill these orders? Are we able to take part in this mutual fulfillment? We need everything. We are depending on the physical order, we are depending on the bio order, we are depending on the animal order. But are we able to give anything back? Without right understanding, we are disturbing the harmony of the other three orders. Are we able to see this? We'll continue the discussion on next Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you all. Yes, Bhaiya. Shall we stop here?
Thank you. Thank you, Deepa Didi, for the enriching session. A very nice recap. It's certainly divided all the proposals once again. So certainly we like to have more such discussion, and we'll certainly meet next Wednesday for more such exploration. Thank you all the participants, all the co-explorers, and thank you, Deepa Didi. We will meet
Thank you.
next
Thank you,
Wednesday,
Bhaiya.
same time.
Namaste.
Namaste.